shit. My man Gavin, shout out to Gavin Ray. He was he got married to Salt and Pepper. He from my hood. So he opened up a club. When I came home, he let me do security at the club. And while I'm doing security, he was like, "Yo, you gonna get in trouble again." We building a studio for Salt at the house, and I started hanging out with him and basically like rolling with them wherever they went and looked out for Salt. Like if anything happened, the big homie was there. You know what I'm saying? So they built a studio in their house in Dix Hills, Long Island. And I helped build the studio, and then there was a bunch of keyboards there and a bunch of producers there, and that's when they did the Shoop record and all that. So my man Twani, shout out Twani, and everybody freedom. But it was a keyboard, an ASR-10 keyboard sitting on the rack with a bunch of different keyboards. And I remember this like it was yesterday. She was in the room writing, and I'm just standing up picking at the keys. I'm like, what is this shit? And I'm picking at the keys. I never seen nobody use this keyboard, and it was just the ASR-10. Everybody using the MPC and all the regular Rhodes, all the back then keyboards. So she seen me all the time picking at it, and then she was like, man, take it home and see if you can figure this thing out. She said, there ain't no manual, it ain't none of that. It's just sits there. Nobody use it, so just take it home and see if you can figure it out. I went home, locked myself in the basement, and back then it was cassette Walkmans. I used to sample from a Walkman into the ASR-10, and I figured the ASR-10 out, and then I just locked myself in for months. And then I would come outside on the drug block where my niggas is at, hang out with my niggas, and then throw the cassette tape in my man's car. Niggas like, yo, you kind of nice with this beat shit. I'm like, oh, all right, word, shit. It is what it is. And then Onyx, I was in the basement of a barbershop in Queens, and me and my man, who is now the president of my bike club. I'm in a Harley Davidson club, but this is my man, D Killer. Me and him was doing beats in the basement of a barbershop. And then Fredro from Onyx, Eat 'em Up from Onyx. Shout out to Eat 'em Up, man. My whole career really is based off of that dude. That dude. The few key people that, push me, but Eat 'em Up definitely. And Killer. Everybody call him DL. He was instrumental too. So Fredro, I guess, was in the barbershop getting a haircut, and we in the basement, and he hears the beats. So he runs downstairs, like, who making them beats? And I'm like, me, nigga. I don't know who he is. I'm on street shit time still. I'm a big nigga, young boy, just came home. I was 26, 27. Came home, I'm like, yeah, me, nigga. What's up? Onyx, man, come to the studio. Boom, boom. That's how history got started. And then Gavin plugged me with Smith and Wesson from the Cocoa Brothers. Remember they were Smooth Tech and Still. They miss my brothers to this day. We talk regularly, man. Shout out Still and Tech and the family and the wife. Like, and that's when I did Black Trump. Black Trump came out before Onyx. And Black Trump had Raekwon on it, Tech and Steel on it. But guess what? Damn, I need to put that out now because Trump with this whole shit, that might spin off into some shit. I might have to release that again or something else. But yeah, so from there was a Black Trump record with Tech, and then Onyx came out with Shut 'Em Down, and that's one of the records that DMX first featured on. People kind of really heard him from that record, basically, and he started getting from popular at that point. And then I grew up, Ja Rule and them grew up in my neighborhood, and Herb was A&R in the Onyx Project at the time. So when Herb found out that I did the beat for Onyx, he was like, nigga, I didn't know you did the beats, because I grew up with Chris and Herb as kids. But I didn't know he was the A&R. He didn't know I was the producer they was bringing up there. So, once he seen it was me, then Herb was like, nah, you got to, be with Murder. And long story with all of that, but it was a very instrumental situation. And then from there came the Ja Rules, then came the DMX, What's My Name, then came LL Cool J, then came Jay-Z, Nas, Cameron, Cam, my nigga, shout out to Cam Killer. He doing his thing on that sports shit too. Like, And the good thing about that is I'm still talk to these dudes today. Like Cam called me the other day looking for studio time. Like, I'm just happy for some of the brothers that's doing what they're doing, and it was instrumental in my life. Because with Cam, I did the That's Me record, and then I did like 4 or 5 joints for Cam. I did the Dipset shit for Jules Santana. Yeah, I did that shit, and I did a joint that I really like Cam like that shit, do the chicken joint. There's a chicken joint off the same STE, I think, yeah, where That's Me was on. But long story short, all of that came afterwards, and then I did Def Jam Vendetta. I was one of the voices on Def Jam Vendetta because I was in Def Jam so much, selling beats and with all the crazy shit. Then I got with my manager at that time, L'Oreal Coppage. Shout out to L Boogie, and she was with Trackmasters. And then she started branching off doing her thing, and then she just knew everybody. And then, you know, I I I, I give praise to God all the time because when you really think about getting as many placements that I got back then, it wasn't by my hands. I was still a street nigga. They were scared to let me come to some studio sessions because I came to the sessions with too many goons. Or I was pissy drunk. I was known to be drunk and just get violent at certain points. So certain sessions, I just couldn't do. But by God's hand, man, the team I had around me and the people that I was blessed to come across and people from me, they knew people and the tracks was hot. Like sometimes you just can't. I went office at times. I remember I ain't had to say nothing. I just played the music. When you nice, the music speaks for itself.
So when did you know that you was nice?
Back when I did the shit with my man and him in the car in the hood, before I did Black Trump, and when Black Trump was the first time I heard any record that came out of mine on the radio, and niggas just called me, yo, so your shit on the radio. The Black Trump shit, then I said, ooh, this is different. I said, damn, I don't even have to sell drugs no more. I don't have to run these streets, try to rob niggas. None of that. And I ain't never seen that kind of bread before. I was always working for niggas. I sold drugs for niggas. And niggas was giving niggas sneaking money and all that dumb shit. Well, nigga wasn't making no real bread. But the beats I made with, shout out Tech and Smoke, man. Them niggas, the first niggas, they gave me 5,000. It's like for each beat, and it was like 4 beats. They took 4 or 5 beats. Then Helter Skelter, was a label mates with them. RUCK&ROCK, God bless the dead, rest in peace. Them niggas took like 5, 6 joints from me, 5,000 a piece. I ain't never seen that kind of bread before, my nigga. I'm like, nigga, I ain't gotta sell no drugs. I ain't going back to prison. I ain't gotta beat nobody up. I ain't gotta do nothing. My only issue back then is I drank a lot, and I tend to get violent after I drink. I mean, people that know me know, and people that know I'm not lying will be like, yeah, he's telling the truth, and that kind of, you know, scared a couple of people. But by that time, I was already getting popular already, and to go back to the thing of thanking God, it wasn't me. I don't know how it happened,